It is now 3:03.
3:03.
I'd like to open our meeting, which is basically the monthly meeting of the Town of Newbury Board of Assessors. Bud Kelly, Chair, Lynn McCamick, and Mr. Jason Scipio, our Principal Assessor. Mr. Sandy Wexler is unavailable to join us today, but we do have a quorum, so we can move forward.
We can.
I shall now pass it over to you, sir.
Thank you, Bud. On our agenda here, first item up is to review the prior meeting minutes. I have here the meeting minutes from November 7th
Wonderful.
for your review.
Being called, review and accept the minutes, sign and approve motor vehicle, sign and approve vote, sign and approve packets of vote abatements, sign and approve packets of motor vehicle abatements, review the tax rate analysis report, and set the date for today. And we adjourned. That sounds about right. I'm going to accept the minutes as written and presented by Mr. DeCipio.
Thank you.
Monsieur?
Next are the abatements and exemptions. I have here a packet of 2023 motor vehicle and boat excise. The motor vehicle packet in the sum of $823.39. That's first.
There will be one signature on that packet, sir?
Yes, one signature on that. And the second for the boats in the sum of $1,036.75.
Summary page, thank you very much. The warrants and commitments being next on the list, I have the 6th commitment for motor vehicle for 2023 in the sum of $24,260.74. Convenient that it's the 6th one since we're in the 6th month of the fiscal year.
Oh, fiscal year, yes,
Yes.
as we know, motor vehicle runs on a calendar. Interesting, right?
Thank God it's not confusing. Yep.
For anybody. Boat excise does not.
Of course.
Next on our agenda is to review the SWO Senior Work-Off Program stuff. I guess abatements. Or the hours worked, the packet, the supporting documentation, which I have gone through and have the
Totals.
the abatements that were performed in a total sum of $10,406.99.
It's a nice program.
Yeah, it's wonderful that they have an
Do a lot of
opportunity.
people use it?
So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seniors take advantage of the program this year. So what would that be about? On average, $1,000 off their tax. Obviously, some working up higher above that, and some below, but that was good.
Excellent.
Let me give you that, along with the signature.
Second page.
Correct.
Is there a limit on how much they can?
So it is, it's currently set at 1,500 by the town, but the legislature is allowing us for fiscal '25 to increase that up to 2,000. So it'll be up to the select board if they want to increase that amount. And then it would be obviously through the town, if they want to, how many they want to open it up to, if there's a cap on the number of dollars that people could not individually earn, but earn, as far as we're willing to give up to $20,000 worth back to seniors and senior work-off program, because it is funded through the overlay in the town, so.
Delightful.
Yeah. I'll keep all the supporting documentation here.
Some familiar names there.
Terry Litteris, Bill DeMayo.
I saw Jerry joke on there, which was surprising. That's not
Have
bad, but
income
just
limit?
surprising. Yeah.
They can only make so much, right?
Yep, they can only, as far as for this, they can only earn up to that.
Yeah.
It's minimum wage.
Yeah.
That's what it said, we can't pay them more than that, so $15 an hour, 100 hours right now.
Right, so any work off now, Chapel Land apps?
Chaplain apps, due date was December 1st, and we have, I believe, almost all of them back. Just wondered how you want to handle this big pack. I know that this is a lot of them, so I don't know how much time we have to review, or
Just, we have a lot of, I'm guessing, a lot of repeat performers here.
they are all the ones. There is nobody new entering. I don't have any new applications for you.
Okay.
But I can read them off, individually. We can talk about how they're using it, review them.
If they all qualify, if they all have the supporting documentation, and you've reviewed them, I'm comfortable
fine
with
with
that,
that.
so we can just go ahead and sign them if you'd like, just, one at a time,
Yeah.
and just get them done.
Might as well.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
A lot of signatures today, I apologize. And so a chaplain application is deemed approved, no longer denied. No, it doesn't matter what chapter. 3 months from the date of application if no action is taken. I can tell you that. So by not taking action, you are approving them. You can say you're signing them all if you want, or you can individually sign each individual.
Let's not jump out on this, let's keep it personal.
I'm going to give you the first half of those packs right there. And I have gone through them. When I'm giving you are all ones that have met the criteria, and either with income or are in 61B or have a forestry plan. Or a couple that I should have to the side. Just looking to find them right here in the packet.
It's also nice to see the names, and you just get, great, I think Christmas is a common regular list, just kind of killing time. Oh, good. I'm glad to see that this was able to be taken care of. That's good. Has anybody done anything festive for the holidays yet? Parties? Gatherings, anything?
I have a lot of social parties. We've
Yeah.
been quite the weekends, so it's been busy. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Already.
Agreed.
Party and hardy.
Yeah, I love seeing the people, but obviously, you start to, it starts to wear on.
Yeah, no doubt. Last Friday, we did the 3 o'clock Boston Pops,
Oh, nice.
kids, and then Saturday, we had the 3rd floor at Bar 25 for our company party.
Oh, nice.
And,
Where's my 25?
Right
On
up.
State Street Movie Board.
used to be Threadneedle Alley, used to be Cotter's, used to be
There's
Steak
so
and
many
Stein.
places.
Steak and Stein.
So I'm assuming it's 25,
Yes,
State
State Street on the right-hand side. It's where the little alley goes down to get you to In Street. So if you're coming up, it's that real break between the buildings.
okay.
Food is amazing.
It's good, isn't it?
Oh, those magic mushrooms are just to die for. I know magic mushrooms.
Yeah, that's why I'm
It's
giggling.
just-
I'm sure that's not what you meant.
That's what they are, but that's what they're called. Not what they are.
I had a wonderful time with my kids at Portuguita.
Oh, yeah.
The old Fort Nash. They loved the food. I like
Good.
it.
This needs more than one
Yeah,
signature?
there's a lot
This-
of, is that
I'm
Bob
sorry, I missed
Colby's?
that one?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
got a lot.
All right, I'll hand you that one back.
Yeah, it's all ours. He owns a ton of little properties.
All right, so you're gonna continue doing all that?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll stack these up open-faced, ready for you to take the next one. Does it matter if they're out of order?
Nope. I'll just flip at some point. We find it anyway, so. That's a long one.
This package, I think, has as many as those.
He said Bob has a lot of small,
He does,
he's got properties all over town.
yeah. All salt havens, mostly. Yeah, great
That's
business
his,
doing it
that's
though.
his niche.
Yeah,
I don't think there's really anybody
he's a
else
nice
doing
guy,
it. Yeah,
like Bob.
like his dogs.
Yeah. Does he bring him in?
Yeah.
This is a riot.
Which one are you reading? Oh, yeah.
The breakdown's tremendous. It's lovely. You
Hey.
gave us tremendous information. Thank you. Are your girls in any concerts or anything?
No school stuff, no, not like, I have not heard from my, which I would think would be the one that would, my 4th grader would have a holiday concert, but I've not seen any email or any notice of that. They only, they have another week, right? That's it.
Yeah, I think Triton's on the 19th for the high school.
For getting out?
No,
Or
for the
concert?
concert, yeah.
No.
says 2, just be aware of it.
Okay.
This one has a lot.
Usually when there's more than one sheet, there is more than one signature, but sometimes there
I'm sure Sandy's going to be devastated that he missed this.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I think he read the agenda, and that's what
That
he
was
decided.
it, yeah.
If there's anything I can skip.
This one.
Thank you. What have you, bud? What's going on for Christmas?
Quiet,
Yeah?
very quiet.
All right, not bad.
Yeah. Steph and I are getting away to the...
I was going to ask if you were going to go away, so you're going to go head to the vineyard?
We're
It's
in
a
the
wonderful
vineyard,
time of year to go.
Friday through Sunday, and just enjoy some time. The walk, I think.
This
is
Friday
this
through
weekend.
Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay, so you come back on Christmas?
No, 17th. No, 15th, 16th, 17th. That's this weekend.
I'm sorry, yeah, I think it's Sunday. Okay.
Sir?
And how about you, Linda? Any plans?
No, we're not going away until March. We're going to California, and then May we're going to Paris.
Oh, good for you.
Sounds lovely.
Every day?
Never.
Oh, good for you.
I don't know either.
We took our 25th wedding anniversary in France in general. Started in Nice down on the Mediterranean and then went up to, took the train, the high speed up to Paris.
We're going to just to Paris for I think 4 or 5 days. I forget what I booked.
Awesome. How'd you find your place to stay?
I booked a hotel,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't remember the name of it.
Gotcha. Do you know which district
I think it's in the Latin Quarter.
Okay.
It's right on the Seine.
The same, yes.
Yeah.
Je comprends pas le français.
Ah, no.
We were in Saint-Candismo, which puts us over near Notre Dame,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, it's beautiful. It's
I was told you could walk to everything from where I'm staying. 'Cause I have some
good.
friends
You're
that
probably
fly
very,
hotels.
you're probably very close then. Rue Saint-Germain is right behind you.
Mhm.
We
Those are
walked Champs-Élysées
Mhm.
to the Arc de Triomphe. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. How many applications are there?
We have close to
200?
we have close to 100 parcels in chapter land.
Really?
Yeah. So there's
Didn't
probably
know there was that much open land. No, but it was okay.
so a lot of I'd say about half is mixed use, meaning that there's a house on their land as well,
Okay.
but they're also farming or preserving land
Gotcha.
as open space. We only have one that is specifically in forestry.
Do we?
Yep.
Where's that one located?
I had to have to look at either sheet.
I know that the Healy own a lot over, that's just a wood lot.
Now, woodlots can be open space.
Okay.
As well, yeah.
It's not developable, it's landlocked. They have to go through the little fields to get to it.
In a way, it's great, and in a way, it's unfortunate, but
Yeah. Well, they use it all the time.
that's wonderful.
It is Frederick Littlefield that has the woodlot
Yeah.
that is specifically in forestry. I would have to remember the name.
several there.
You've made a good dent.
Oh, we're gonna get them done, so.
Might not be able to read our signatures, but, you know, done.
You didn't have anything else pressing you to do this afternoon, did you?
This is pressing, it's the board meeting.
Sorry,
Okay.
kind of flipped up there.
I saw her the other day at an auction.
Yeah?
No Barbara Koznansky?
No.
9 to 11 Green Street.
Yeah. She bought,
A beautiful spot.
yes,
I thought.
she's a huge antique
I
person.
thought for a bargain of a price too.
Yeah, she was on the 800,000, I think.
Ooh, it's nice.
Yeah,
If I remember right.
it was on somewhere in a gorgeous barn, the houses.
Yeah.
The house, you gotta like antiques.
Yeah, right, you
And
roll
she
brick.
loves antiques.
Not my favorite.
Yeah, she loves antiques.
My dad used to get
But I
called
love-
into a lot of those inspections.
Yeah,
I love
yes,
the
you
upper
could knock
green.
prices off.
So,
Because setting expectations for people, you didn't force people to lose the deal.
Yeah. Well, there was one guy that supposedly, I guess Abrams maybe, Abram, home inspector. When he came, if it was an antique, you knew that deal was dead. He just tore it to pieces.
it's too bad.
Yeah. And you know, he'd charge him a fortune, and he'd get 3 or 4 out of them before they finally smartened up and said, oh.
I should go with the
Yeah.
inspector.
Maybe I should try something else.
Yeah.
Maybe we should accept this is an old house and we're gonna have old problems.
Or you need to get a second opinion. They're
Right.
doctors, right?
Right,
So,
yeah.
I like what this one had to say. If I still really like the house, maybe I could talk to
Yeah.
somebody else. And I think even, I can't speak for sellers, but they'd be open to that, like even paying for it,
Yeah,
a second opinion that
yeah,
or paying half of.
yeah. Unfortunately, the buyers won't believe anything the sellers say, so.
Lack of trust, lack of faith.
Anything, any change in business that you've seen from the new legislation, requiring, basically prohibiting us, not us, agents from,
Telling them they can't have a home inspection?
buyer agency compensation?
Oh, no, there's nothing yet, on that,
You haven't,
Here.
yeah.
no. Because we haven't been sued yet.
Wasn't Massachusetts part of that NAR lawsuit? No? I thought that was part of the settlement.
They're,
Maybe I misread it.
they are, what are they doing right now? Oh, they're appealing it right now.
Okay, so because it's
I
an
read a thing
appeal.
about that today,
Yeah,
it's being
okay.
appealed,
Because it's an appeal, okay.
yeah. I mean, in the end, it really is the buyer paying.
The only person that's gonna make out of this whole thing is the guy that filed the.
The lawsuit, oh,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because what consumer is gonna see a penny of that back?
A consumer doesn't really,
They don't even know what's going on.
or understand what
Right.
value they have
Right,
and how that works.
right,
Maybe a better disclosure form, I don't know.
yeah.
I felt that way with the home improvement contractors registration program that's required. So if you were going to enter into a contract with any homeowners, it cost, we had to pay to have it in our pocket every year. And the only people that would get compensated from it were the people that got wrong by another registered person who stepped out on it. The people that were getting ripped off were not getting ripped off from the people who were registered to the, they were the people that weren't registered to it. So basically, it was a fund set up that does nothing.
Yeah.
You can't collect on it. It's just, thank you very much for.
Because if you weren't registered with it, you're not getting out of the fund.
Exactly.
If you were registered with it, you were doing the work.
Yeah, so it just was one of those things, like, seriously? I'm so glad we enacted that, that's perfect.
I just don't see how they ever won the lawsuit, because in the end, it's the buyer who's paying. Because they're paying the price that the seller wants.
And the seller agreed to it when these signed,
Exactly, the seller knew that, I could see if they weren't being told that the buyer's agent was getting paid, but they have to disclose that now, if
It's
you're.
not like you don't go through agency when you meet with everybody.
Right,
At the first face-to-face meeting.
yeah.
So,
And they said there was 6%. Who's seen a 6% commission in the past 10 years or more? There's no 6% commissions.
Not a lot.
I think Boston still maybe they do 6% commissions, but rarely do you see a 6% commission. Yeah, you're lucky if you get more than 4. But it's negotiable.
Right.
It's not set in stone. That's the other
I
thing.
mean, how many times have you ever tried to tell people 5? Oh, well, they said they do it for 4.
Yeah, well then fine, whatever. It's negotiable. And maybe if it's a real low price, you'll get 6%. But
Oh, I'm sure that other parts of the country, 6%
is
the minimum.
Is norm,
Right, it's
yeah.
been a-
Because the prices are so low,
Yeah.
also.
Right,
Although
you're
I
right.
think California mostly gets 6%. I'm not sure. Florida 6%.
Well, I mean, in general, other than the coastal areas, Florida doesn't go for a ton,
Right.
so.
And the coastal areas got hurt real big now because of insurance costs.
Wicked,
Have skyrocketed.
absolutely.
Like moving people right out of there. Sorry, we're gone.
They
Can't afford it.
They either have to figure it out somehow.
Right,
Other people can't keep paying for it,
right.
so. I think you signed this package already.
You did, yep, she did.
Oh, okay, there you go.
This is the Goldie.
The holy one, okay.
I saved the best for last.
Yeah. So what will we see? I mean, you always just have to be honest with your sellers.
Yeah. That's why you don't have to get sued.
Mm-hmm.
Do what's right.
So the buyers have to add another 3% onto what they're paying for the house? They just add it into the contract, and they would add it into the contract, we'll just say the buyer's being compensated, the buyer's agent is being compensated out of this.
Here's what I don't get is, there is national data that shows that people that hire agents and pay buyer's agents get, exit was at like 9% more than they would on
Yeah.
their own, right?
Yeah,
So I paid out 5 and I got 9, so that means I netted an extra 4% of my, the sale price.
yeah,
But you're trying to get people not, or, basically telling them that they don't have to. It's, counterintuitive,
yeah,
right?
it's weird. But I think it really should be, you represent the seller, you get compensated. This person represents the buyer, they get compensated.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yep.
It's not into the sale price, they're gonna get compensated.
So just a flat rate or?
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever you want.
yeah, or however you want it designed.
They wanna do like
Problem-
eBay services,
But you know what, there's with a lot of people in right now, you're seeing how much those closing cost credits have ballooned up to because people are looking for rate buy downs, closing
Yeah.
cost credits. And imagine if they had to cover a buyer's agent in their closing costs too.
Mhm.
You'd be looking at a $50,000 closing cost credit.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, as long as the banks wouldn't balk at it, but the problem is they're trying to fit that under, an appraisal
Yeah.
too, add those fees that really aren't
Right,
included, all of a sudden you're gonna run into some issues, right?
yeah, your house isn't gonna sell.
Didn't have that problem on Birch Lane.
Birch Lane and,
Byfield. I mean, they sold. The houses sold very quickly, both
Yeah.
2 and 6.
is that the new subdivision, Birch?
Right across from me, right at my street,
Yeah,
Birch Lane. It's been the Burco, built it back when I was 12, so
Yeah.
40 years
The
ago.
horseshoe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes off of Central and onto
A
school.
couple of houses have sold
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah, 4 and
It's
6.
it's nice.
mhm.
Yeah. Above asking, on the first,
stuff is-
on the first weekend,
Yeah.
with multiple offers.
If they're priced correctly,
Yeah.
they'll sell immediately.
$740,000.
Yeah,
For-
if they're not
You're
priced
saying it like it's a lot of
correctly,
money?
That's cheap.
I feel it's a
That's
bargain
first time
right now.
buyer.
Problem is now at an 8% rate, obviously, it changed things.
It changed a lot of things.
Yeah.
Although 8%, that's nothing. That's normal.
I bought my first house at 6.5.
I bought the first house at 7.
Yeah, so,
You know, I got
And
both
that was
cars at 4 now.
well,
17 3/4.
oh my
Oh my
God.
God, how do you afford it, right?
Was,
Well,
but it was
The
the
house
norm.
was 48,000, that was the norm.
It was the norm then too.
17 3/4%, it was a VA loan. And the seller paid 7 points.
Paid 7 points to bring it down below that?
No,
Or to
that,
get
well,
it-
then, 40 years ago, when we did the VA loan, the seller had to pay points. Yeah?
Wow.
So the banks were making a freaking fortune.
Of course they
Instead
were,
of-
7 points.
7 points.
But again, 7 points of a
In a seven-
$45,000 loan, you know?
But in a 17% interest rate,
Yeah.
I know,
Here's money in banking.
yeah?
That's where most of it, I mean, the originating, they make, that's where they make the money.
first.
Pretty good.
We did it. Didn't take long.
That's approvals. I have one denial for you.
Okay,
Or
that
at
is,
least my recommendation, unfortunately for Catherine O'Brien. She would like to go back into chapter land for 2 of her parcels. One being 3.1 acres and one 4.6. The problem is when she sold her property to MAD,
mhm.
they are no longer contiguous. So they do not meet the minimum acreage requirement. It is, I did not highlight them on the map, but it is this parcel and this parcel that Catherine had retained ownership of. Sadly, there
Doesn't fit.
5 acres of contiguous
Yep.
Mhm.
property, so.
Yep, understood.
I did, when just present it to you and show you on the map, I do have the denial here.
Mhm.
If you want to write on that too, but I'll sign the denial and send that to her.
Public comment correspondence. Do you have any correspondence?
No, nothing in email.
Okay, no emails, no
That is-
snail mail,
that is no
no text
No, not-
messages, anything
No.
on Twitter?
No. Not that I have seen. I try to avoid as much social media as possible.
Let's look at next year, and we're saying to ourselves,
Oh, boy.
just January, so we're looking at January 9th probably?
Let's see, December, January. 9?
Or 16?
9's fine, by me.
9 or 16 are both open. I will be here.
I
What
am
about you?
gonna be in the city all that week.
Of the 9th?
8th, 9th, yeah, I'm gonna be back and forth, and 3 o'clock would be a challenge, or just roll to the 16th?
Yeah, 16 would be good, and then we'll probably want to meet, push that back into early February because then abatement applications will have been completed.
Yeah,
We'll be
yeah, yeah,
Working
yeah,
on
yeah,
those,
yeah.
so we're going for January 16th right now. 1/16/24, I have to write that number correctly.
That would be Tuesday, January 16th, 2024. Done.
Okay.
That?
Seeing that there is nobody here, I would like to quickly convene to a executive session to discuss real estate tax exemptions.
Make a motion that we enter into executive session at 3:40 PM
And not reconvene.
and not return to public meetings. So we will say our goodbyes now
Good day.
close out our public meeting at the end of our executive meeting.